Good evening and welcome to We the People TV. Now we have an interesting show tonight, recapping the last 2 weeks' news cycle. And I have to say, unless you're a blue anon cultist liberal Democrat who finds Trevor Noah informative, likes Joy Behar in The View, you may have found the last week pretty revealing and downright satisfying. The rest of you, go to sleep. We will cover Joe in Geneva at the G7 summit, Kamala Harris not at the border in also interesting interviews, Joe Rogan shitting on Stelter, Jon Stewart being my hero, spikes in crime, Portland on fire, Fauci being exposed, and interesting statues. Now we will get to all things and more, but first, a word from our sponsor. You get headaches? Get ibuprofen. And if you order your bottle now, within the first 15 minutes, you will get a free sample trial and fuck off. Having trouble sleeping? Get Moderna. You might not wake up. Cough drops, made in China. So Grandpa Joe was over in Geneva today with other world leaders, participating in the annual G7 summit. Now, despite the coverage from CNN and Time magazine, Joe is often found mumbling and stumbling around, forgetting who and where he was, and often being rescued by his wife. On the world stage, setting a good example for the United States, conducting the proper etiquette towards this virus. Shown here, social distancing and wearing masks, following the proper procedure. Furthermore, Joe had a planned press conference in Cornwall in which he showed up 2.5 hours late to. He then made a short speech and took selected questions from selected reporters using his flashcards. At one point, a reporter asked him, "Joe, do you still have the same feelings about Putin being a killer?" His response:
"Still your belief, sir, that he is a killer?"
To answer the first question, I'm laughing too. They actually, well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is...
I'm sorry you had to watch that. Kamala Harris, on the other hand, went over to Guatemala to solve the migrant crisis. I guess she wants to get to the root cause, right? They welcomed her with open arms and blamed climate change. And probably white supremacy or something. She also did an interview with Lester Holt, who actually asked her a real question.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't. We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the...
Now, I don't remember there being a crisis in Europe, but I hope my son doesn't use that excuse for his report card. Vladimir Putin. He was asked about political assassinations against reporters he did not like, but he turned the table. His response:
Of course not. We don't have this kind of habit of assassinating anybody. That's